My parents ask, what do you talk about for a living? Sad virgins. Hello name nerds, my name is Patrick and welcome to Fun with First Names, where each week we look into the meaning, origin and some extra fun facts behind one specific first name. And this week we're looking into the first name of Dolores. But before we begin, I have something really exciting I want to share with you guys. So, as you've probably guessed, I'm really into names and words and language in general. I'm sure that's not too surprising to hear. But something else I'm really into is tabletop gaming. And I'm really excited to share with you all League of the Lexicon. This is a new quiz game all about words and etymology and language and names. It's super exciting. I've been helping create this game to some extent. In fact, one of the questions in the game was selected by yours truly. I wrote a question for this game. They asked loads of different people in the world of language and linguistics to help contribute to this game. And I was really fortunate to be chosen. I'm really excited. I'm so excited to be playing this game. It's been working away in the background for some time. And they are currently running a Kickstarter to help fund their game and bring it to life. And it's already smashed its main goal. It's done amazingly. I was asked to help promote this and I was a bit late to promoting it. But they've already clearly don't need my help because they've done amazingly. But please do consider donating and helping fund it if you can hit some of those stretch goals. And I've been informed that if you help contribute on the Kickstarter, you will definitely have your copy of the game before Christmas. That is League of the Lexicon. There'll be a link to the Kickstarter down below. I'm going to go contribute to it shortly after this video because I'm so excited to play this game. I've been helping create it. I say help, I've done a tiny one little question on it, but it's really exciting. I'm not going to tell you what my question is. You'll have to figure it out for yourself, but I'm really excited about it. I love gaming, I love words, I love names, and this is my two big passions coming together. I'm really excited about this one. There's going to be expansion packs going on. It's going to be amazing. I'm so looking forward. Thank you very much to the team at League of the Lexicon for allowing me to be a tiny little part of it. It's amazing. I'm finally excited to finally share it with all you guys. Like I said, Kickstarter link down below. I know you guys will love it. If you love these videos, if you love any name explain video, you will probably love this game. Go check it out. And of course, I want to say a huge thank you to my most recent patron, Fish. Thank you so much for becoming a patron. Patreon helps me explain in a huge way. $1 a month. That's all you need to do to help become a patron. Nameexplain.com, patreon.com/nameexplain. Link down below once again. Go do it if you can. And also, if you notice this video looks a bit shoddy than normal, Amber is busy doing some other awesome work at the moment, so I'm editing this one, hence why it might look a bit crap. Let's carry on. So anyway, on with today's name of Dolores. And Dolores seems to be a bit of an odd name. From my research into making this video, it seems to have really sexy connotations. A lot of people see this as a very sexy name. Lots of comments and opinions about this name describe it as being very sexy, and it appears on multiple sexy name lists. Yeah, there's sexy name lists out there. We'll talk about those one day. But however, even Nameberry, like one of those popular baby naming websites out there, they describe it as, and I've got a quote for it here. No, I haven't. I just deleted my quote. One moment. There we are. I found it again. Nameberry say, this name was once perceived as the height of sensuality, which is a very odd thing to say about a name for babies. Very strange. But here's the thing about the name Dolores. If you know its meaning and its origin and where the name comes from, it's not sexy at all by any means. This is like one of the least sexy names you will come across once you know its meaning. The name and word Dolores literally just means sorrow in Spanish, and sorrow isn't a very sexy quality, I think. But you may be asking yourself, why do we have a name that comes from the Spanish word of sorrow? Well, here's the thing, it actually comes from a larger Spanish term, or title I ought to say. That being, I've got it written here somewhere, Maria de los Dolores. Apologies if I mispronounced that. This, of course, means Mary of sorrow, and this Mary being none other than the Virgin Mary, you know, Jesus' mum. She's kind of a big deal. And we get names from Christianity through all sorts of ways. Normally it's from the names of important people in Christianity, like through tons of saints, and of course the name Mary itself. But sometimes people like to go a little step further and actually take other words from titles of religious figures and make those into names too, so that Dolores was such a staple in her name that they turn it into a first name too. Why not, eh? And it's not only in Spanish Mary is associated with sorrow. You'll see churches all across the English-speaking world called Our Lady of Sorrow. Mary is very linked with sorrow and sadness. I think it's mainly in the Catholic Church as well. as opposed to Protestant church and that sort of thing. This sorrow comes from her sadness when her Jesus died. Her son, when her son died, that's kind of what this sorrow comes from, the sadness of the death of her baby boy Jesus. Sad. He comes back to life, but I'll still be pretty sad as well. That's why she's so into sorrow. But anyway, go back to the initial point of this video. Mary isn't particularly sexy, I'm afraid. She's never really portrayed as like a sexual figure by any means. And in fact, she's like, the thing she's most known for is her virginity. She's known for literally not having sex. So yeah, together the Virgin Mary and her sorrows aren't really that sexy, I'm afraid. And that's what this name Dolores means. It comes from the Virgin Mary and her sorrows. That's literally what this name means. And when I think sexy, I don't think sad virgin. Yeah, that's the point of this video. Sad virgins, that's what this video is all about. Huh. That's strange. That's very odd. I don't know why it's got such a image of a sexy name when it literally just means sad virgin. How have I got to this point in my life? No wonder this is all crumbling down around me. My gosh, you see my analytics these days. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about for a living these days. My parents ask, what do you talk about for a living? Sad virgins. But I need to stress that that's just my own opinion. I personally don't find sad virgins that sexy. But if you do, that's completely fine. This is a very inclusive space. Genuinely, I know I'm saying this is sort of a parody thing, but generally be what you want to be here. Just don't be a dick. If you're into sad versions, good for you. No kink shaming here. Let's move on. I was quite surprised to see that Dolores isn't in either the top 1,000 names in the USA or UK. I thought this name would be picking up in popularity, and I reckon it will be coming back soon. It really peaked in like the late 20s, early 30s in the USA. I think it's going to be back. I think Dolores is going to come back in a big, big way, thanks to a certain recent Dolores, who we'll talk about just now. So yeah, that recent Dolores being Dolores Madrigal from the film Encanto. It's a really popular film at the moment, and I think it's probably going to get into the zeitgeist. That name especially. It's a really cool, I said it sounds sad, but it's actually quite a nice sounding name, Dolores, hence why it's got that sexy meaning, I suppose. And I can see this film helping popularise the name. Maybe not, for some reason that name more than the other names in the film. I think the other name's already somewhat popular anyway. Louisa, what's she called? Mirabelle? Maybe Mirabelle too, I don't know. But there's also other famous Doloreses too. I've got two other fictional Doloreses. There's Dolores Hayes, who is the main girl in Lolita, which, for better or worse, probably made this name sexual as well. I've never actually read or watched Lolita, but I know the gist of it. But of course, perhaps most famously in recent memories, there's Dolores Umbridge from the Harry Potter series. She is far from sexy. J.K. Rowling, she's not the best, but she had some good ideas when it came to names. That's just everything you guys need to know about the name Dolores, but what are your thoughts on this name? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you know anyone with the name Dolores? Or even better, are you called Dolores yourself? Let me know down in the comments below. And of course, I just want to share some of the thoughts you guys had on last week's name of Sophia. Headcanon said, one of the non-name uses of Sophia you didn't mention is as the capital of Bulgaria. Although considering Bulgaria's proximity to the Greece and historically being part of the Greek sphere of influence, such as being part of the Byzantine Empire, I would assume that's also named after the Greek word for wisdom. I think, if memory serves, too right, I forgot to mention it, but I think if memory serves, I think Sophia in Bulgaria is actually named after Saint Sophia. It's kind of the other way around. I swear it comes from a church called Sophia. It might come from wisdom as well. I think it comes from a church. I did a video about how all the European capitals got their names, and it's probably in there somewhere, so go watch that one. Karshim said, my neighbours had a golden retriever named Sophie. She'd hang out with us because our house had younger children to play with. Oh, that was just really cute. Just dogs. Dogs are fun. I just wanted to highlight a dog. I don't talk about enough dogs on here. Tell me about your dogs down in the comments below. Good vibes only, please. Or bad vibes. Tell me about awful things your dogs have done. What's the worst thing your dog's done? I was out somewhere and someone told me their dog ate an entire live duck, which is just wild. Go share stories like that. Dogs aren't perfect. Dogs get too good a pass, I think, on the internet. Go tell me some horror stories about your dogs. I'd love to hear them. And Living said, I'm just shocked that Hagia never took off as a name. Yeah, let's make Hagia a popular first name. Let's do it, man. Anything could be a name. Let's call all our children Hagia and see what happens. Go suggest some names down in the comments below, and I'll pick 3 of those to be put into a poll exclusively for my patrons to vote on. And then the winner of that poll will be the name covered in the next Fun with First Names video. So if you enjoy the channel, want to help support it, and have a say in what names are explained, please do consider becoming a patron. As I rambled on about the beginning of this video, guys, $1 a month is all I really ask of anyone who wants to become a patron, and $1 basically gets you everything you could want in the regards to Name Explained. Ad-free videos, exclusive content, have a say in what names are explained here on the channel. You really help get to shape what goes out here on the channel if you're a patron. It's great. Like, well, I think it's great anyway. Let me know if you think it's great down below, and if not, how it could be improved. And of course, guys, once again, please don't forget to go check out League of the Lexicon. There'll be a link down below. Their Kickstarter's already doing amazingly. They definitely don't need me helping promote it because they're doing an amazing job. But go check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it as much as I enjoyed writing that one little question for it, because it's fun. It's fun being part of something like that. I think I'd love to design a board game or like some sort of tabletop game. So being part of this one, I'm kind of vicariously living the dream through them. Go check it out, it looks really fun. But anyway, that's more than enough for myself. But don't forget to go follow me on Instagram, where I'm Name Explained YT. And don't forget to go join the Facebook group, Friends of Name Explained, where you can chat with myself and many other name nerds. Okay guys, take care. Headcanon said, one of the non-name uses of Sofia you didn't mention is as the capital of Bulgaria. Although considering Bulgaria's proximity to Greece, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me.